be a very long video.
Video?
Yeah, they said they're gonna clip all my missed MLGs, and I'm just like, it's not gonna be a long video.
Thank you.
Oh, clutch.
What was that?
Clutched.
Get more confident, Bell, and I will see you do more down clutches. There. Okay, I clutched the one that I needed to not die. That's clutch. Clutch is doing it when you have to not die. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it clutch.
This is my new fish now?
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Bells. I will name you Blubby.
5, so. Alright, I think there's a couple more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kind of sad. Oh my goodness. Can't clutch if there's no water bucket on my hot pot.
Oh! Okay, I really thought I was gonna. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, wait, does it go? Oh, okay, it goes all the way down. Yeah, clutch, 100% clutch. You saw nothing.
You wanna know what's insane?
What?
You left your wait, hold on. You left your villagers in here?
Oh.
No.
Can I like
nice
jump in
pickaxe,
here
though.
without dying this time?
The water saved you.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Oh my god. Can I like jump in here without dying this time? I mean, I think I'll be fine, but no, we're not doing that. Yeah, it literally doesn't work, Caden. Dude, that was 2.5 hearts of damage!
It's me!
Okay, can I clutch
I'm coming to
this?
kill you.
Caden?
Wow!
No! No! Alright, we need to kill... Ow. It's nighttime again. I'm like disbelief over that. That's oh my god.
Yeah, Maya, but it's not gonna be a very long video.
Alright guys, so sorry for the delay this morning. We're gonna get started here in just a minute. I hope you guys are having a good day. You guys had a good weekend. Alright. Let's get started here. So we might do something a little unconventional today. Is one thing I want to check out, and I'm debating on whether or not I want to do this first. I think we might. Is I'm actually gonna create a new world in creative just so we can check out a couple things about how our seed has changed over versions. So I think we're gonna do that, but I'm trying to debate if I want to do that right now or after a break. I think we'll wait. I think we'll just go mining for some sand first and finish up doing some of that. And then we'll come back to it. I guess is what we'll do. Alrighty. It's supposed to be nighttime too, so. Beep. All right. Oops, did not mean to do that. How are we looking here? Definitely really running out of inventory space, which sucks a bit. What's up, Alpha? Welcome to the stream. How you doing this morning? Good job, don't give up. Thanks. I don't know how much inventory space I really got left to hold stuff here. Not really a ton, to be honest. I'd kind of like to keep going. Some more collected here. What am I doing? We're collecting some sand right now. And primarily sandstone, actually, because I don't know if this is still the case, but it takes 4 sand to make 1 sandstone block, so it's really expensive. So we're trying to collect sandstone itself, so we don't have to waste sand crafting it. So that's kind of what we're working on. I think we may. My armor is. I feel like it's starting to take more of a beating than it did and whatnot. For what? So we were using it some in our Nether hub. But we're gonna need some just to work on the brick pyramid again in the future. But I'm primarily just trying to get a stockpile of it. I think we're gonna head back, dump some of this off, and then come back here again. But yeah, so we're using it some for another project, which is our project for this version. Did you want to help you? What do you mean? And then Yeah, 1.0 was our brick pyramid project, but it's a little bit of an ongoing project. So, but yeah, we're just trying to get a stockpile of sand collected. Still villagers around here, right? Okay, good. They're all. It's not a server. It's this is a single player world. But I actually might be creating a community server at some point in the near future, like maybe next month, I'm thinking. So, if you're interested, feel free to join my Discord in the description of the stream here. I'm not gonna talk about how scary that was. Gosh. Alright. Nice. Getting a good stockpile of everything, and just to have such a nice stockpile of sand is good. Alright, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so feel free to join the Discord in the description. And like I said, I'm thinking about opening up a community server next month. I'm about to hit membership here on YouTube, where I can have members and like a membership program, stuff like that. So if you're interested in joining, feel free to do that. And yeah, that'll be one of the, for people that are, do you have, would you have IG? Like, do I have an Instagram? I do, but I have not posted on there in quite a while, to be honest. I don't need all these potions, so we're gonna dump some of these. But yeah, so that will be a thing for members, is the community server. So it'll be something I'm gonna do here in the near future. Yes, no, I do have Discord. Like I said, you can join my community Discord in the description of the stream. Oh, you can also find it in the description of my YouTube. Let's keep going here. Alright. Alright, time to make another one, I guess. I'm not sure how many of these we're gonna go. It's how many of it's even worth it. Did you want to call on IG? No, thanks. I'm good. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, if you wanna contact me, you can reach out to me on Discord. But kinda focused on my stream right now, so you can understand. Must feel like we need to get lower again. I've got more sandstone, which is nice. But yeah, see much of that is now getting lower. Here's like depressions here. It's almost like there's room for it to go down here. Interesting. Okay, that's don't save your fall at all, I guess. Okay, great. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here in a little bit, guys. But yeah, figuring out what exactly we're gonna do here. Not exactly sure what the plan is. We might just go to the end of this pickaxe. Call it. We did get quite a bit of stuff, which is nice. feel like the durability of things this version has gotten a lot lower. I don't know why. Because I feel like my armor was lasting longer and all the stuff was lasting longer in previous ones. That scared me, not gonna lie. I'm just asleep again. Alrighty. I think we will probably call it here for today. What's up, Spidey Fiery? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Let's take back whatever we can here. Just try and fill up our inventory. Nice. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just collecting some sand and sandstone for some builds we got and ones that we have coming up. So we need our bed. So yeah, just kind of working on that right now. We've been working on a massive Nether hub project, and we need a lot of glass. We used a little bit of sandstone, which in this version, which I honestly don't know if it's this way in current versions or not. So we're in 1.2 right now. But literally it's 4 sand for 1 sandstone, which I feel like is not the case. I could be wrong though in current versions, and so it's just really expensive. So we're collecting some sandstone as well as some sand for all the glass that we need. So thanks, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're been having a lot of fun going through going through Minecraft's different versions and stuff like that. It's been fun. drop off some of this sand and then we'll come back. Fix that. Working on getting a new video out soon too that should hopefully be out this upcoming weekend. So hopefully we can get that out by then. Yeah, Spidey Fire. I like it. It's nice. All right, nice. We got. Yeah, we're gathering up some more of that, which is really nice. That's helpful. We're gonna need that for projects upcoming. And again, like the all that sandstone saves us so much sand. What's up, Bob Mason? What is up? All good, all good. I'm actually gonna have to go for a quick break real quick. But as I said at the beginning of the stream, we're actually gonna check out what our world looks like in wait. Wait, you do what? And yours is better. What do you mean? All right. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. I'm gonna dip real quick. Let me fix this first. And I've really liked how this has come out. We do need to figure this out though. I'm tired of Nether actually. But I really like how everything has come out. I think I should have another rat. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, so it's just this block, but I need to. Hold on. Alrighty. Alright, I need to go really quickly, guys. But, I will, where did all that bread that I had, huh? Let me grab some more bread. Let me hop in the other world and then. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. What you doing? But I wasn't sure if you were asking me or you were asking somebody else. But yeah, I'll be right back. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what the world looks like in a upcoming version. Or the version that we're in. But since we started this in 1.0, we don't get to see all of that. But I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry about the wait there. Alright, let's get back to it. So, what we're gonna do actually is we're gonna create a new world. I want to check something real quick though. We have, yeah, got all the achievements. Again, lots of progress. Good. It sucks that we lost so many statistics. Um, we lost so many. I'm sure we, because yeah, we had way more than that on bricks. It sucks. It's sad. Yeah, 40,000 netherrack though. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. Um, what do we want to call this? Creative world. I do that. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Go ahead and do this. But yeah, I just want to show you how much different the seed would look like if we were playing in our current version. So yeah. So if we had opened this world in the current version, this is what our seed would look like. So you know that all of the desert area to the right of our pyramid, that is jungle now. And as you can see, this is the river. And this is where our mountain was. This is also jungle. So this got changed to jungle. So we can see what a jungle biome looks like for the first time, which is really cool. So yeah, this all got changed to jungle from our mountain. Our beautiful mountain biome. And then this is the ocean. It looks so much smaller when it's not mountainous, right? And then if we go this way, the other side of the ocean here, we should find... Should anyway. That's a little odd. Should have been a village right here. That's a tiny bit concerning, actually. Because, yeah, there should have been a village. So, yeah, the fact that there is not a village is definitely very, very concerning. Because that was a big part of our plan. We wanted to make a custom village, remember? And then here we have a mountain biome. Yeah, I'm not sure why it doesn't have a village in it. Do not know. Tiny bit concerning. should have been 400. Yeah, negative 400, 224. So it should have been right here. And it did not spawn. Should have been, like I said, one right here. Very, very strange. We go on to 1.3. It's also showing that it would be there. So, Alright, that is a tiny bit concerning, not gonna lie, guys. But not every village is guaranteed to spawn, to be fair. So, yeah, just something we will have to figure out. But it says, yeah, it says that there should be a village there, so I don't know why. Maybe it just didn't spawn for this world, like, because some things are not guaranteed to spawn every world. So, we'll need to figure that out. But yeah, interesting. It's a very nice jungle biome though. I really like this. Doesn't make a ton of sense having a jungle next to Taiga though. Not gonna lie. Like, not all this makes a ton of sense. But yeah. Alright, that's a tiny bit concerning, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But there's one other thing we have to figure out. Well, we're in here, and then we'll hop back over. Is in the Nether. So I'll do a little bit more testing on this on another day. So I did add a world split. Alright, it's not a big deal. Crazy to me how different the terrain all looks and all that. Yeah. Can't wait for us to get a jungle in our world here. So look. Thinking yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm slightly concerned about the whole village thing, but worst case scenario we can figure out. What's up, Mason? Did I not respond to your hi, Bill? I thought I had. All right. What we need right now is a flint and steel, because I want to check out something in the Nether. But yeah, I thought about doing this off stream, but I was like, you know what? One, I kind of forgot to do it over the weekend, but two, it's like, you know what? Why don't we just do it on stream so I can kind of show you some things I'm trying to figure out, because obviously there's a lot of challenges with upgrading world, but yeah, you can see, I mean, our Nether looks pretty similar to what it is now, if I'm correct. I think this is similar. Maybe it's a little different. Hold on. Does look a little different, actually. Now that I'm looking. Nope, we have the same spot. Yeah, okay. No, this is exactly the same. I just looking at it wrong. But yeah, this is how our nether looks. It's mostly the same, I would say. But we need to go. What's up, Mason? Hi, Mason. How we doing? Trying to be the new Danya. Alright, so I want to go to 100 negative 700 here and check out this, because this could be an important thing for figuring out our nether hub. Because we had all those chunk generation issues and all that, if you remember correctly. So, if you guys remember, it was like a flat wall over here, but there should be another hub on the other side of this. Or not another hub, but another fortress. Yep, here we go. So if you guys remember, this was all encased. But for here, it's not. So it wasn't supposed to spawn that way. And I think our two net blaze spawners were just cut off in it. Let's look here. Okay. There's not one there. But as you can see, there's about to be one here. Interesting. Okay. We've got a place spawner here. But is this one a double? Or was it cut off? Okay. There's one there. That one's most certainly got cut off. Where's our other one? There is one here. If you guys remember, there's also one right down. I actually don't. I think this could be a double. I do think very much that this is actually a double, but they're just at different heights. So let's test out this theory. And as I suspected, I believe. I can find it. Can I find it? Oh, I'm too low. Am I? Oh, okay. So... almost more this way. Oh my goodness. But it is a double. It is in fact a double. And we can prove this here. By showing that both the spawners would be activated. Get a sword here just so we can... I mean, you can fire at me, but you cannot turn. It's funny that they can even fire at me in creative. But yes, this is in fact a double as well, as you guys can see. So, I gotta figure out, now the nice thing is it is encased, but the other problem is it is, you know, it is encased, but it's also different heights, all that, or we can go to our other one and not have this issue, you know? So, I think we'll have to put them into that. Alright. So being encased is nice, but it can also present problems, like we gotta dig it all out and all that, where the other one is not. So there was another reason why I really liked this one though, is because it's along our path, right? So our pathways for another hub are gonna be around most of the zero axis points. And as you can see, this one is only 150 blocks off of an access point. But it's also outside of our... I was only planning on going about 500 blocks in each direction, but I was open to going maybe max 1,000. And this one is outside of our 500 range, but it is within outside our 1,000 one. But as you can see, yeah, kind of an access point there. So, let's kill this gas for fun. Haha, second. So, yeah. So, that's kind of... We did have a double like I suspected. Not the way I expected, but like I suspected, which is funny. So now we have to decide, you know, do we want to try to regenerate those chunks to get our spawners back, or what do we want to do? You know? Or we can go to this one, which is not on our access point. So I kind of want to do my water tunnels on a one-way shoot, right? Kind of what I have in mind. Now, I've got another wall to overcome. Great. We go under it. not look like? Super annoying. Yeah. Gotta go around this. Here's where we found another one. Which to me, I feel like this one was probably the most preferred one just because of its distance. Now, you know, it's a little annoying because it is completely exposed. And as you can see, it's, you know, it's not on an access point. We'd have to go another however so many blocks to get to this one from here, which can be slightly annoying. And it is at all, like, not at all covered in any realm of the imagination. And we're kind of over a lava lake, almost. So I think I gotta decide here, what exactly do we want to do? And I need to think about that and figure that out. So, I don't know. We could look to respawn that. And try to figure that out. But, yeah. I don't know yet. I'm not 100% certain. If I'm being honest. So, we got 1, 2, 3... So what I'm thinking is, and two, in this version, we're going to be able to use water to move them, which is great. So we can use water, push them this way, push these this way, and then meet in a central point here for a killing chamber that is super nice and easy. Be great. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, guys, of this. But we'll have to spend some time thinking about this and figuring this out. But I would like to start on this project fairly soon on the Double Blaze spawner farm. So do I want to do it here or do I want to do it there? And that's kind of what we're going to have to sit and think about and decide. So I'm probably not going to decide today. I think what we'll do is we will decide you know, I'll just leave it. And maybe we'll work on some other stuff today. But that gives us some stuff to think about. So I'm going to have to think about it between streams. Okay, that's slightly annoying. What? Oh, okay. These doors are still stupid. Okay. I'm regretting that I broke that up. Okay, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, I think. So, I don't know. I need to spend some more time thinking about that. But I really want to work on that soon, so maybe we will, in fact, start on Wednesday. But yeah, I don't know. I might just need to spend some more time thinking about that. I don't know yet. And I mean, part of me kind of does honestly just want to go to that one that we know for sure that we don't have to respawn anything with and just start, which we definitely could look to do. I do have one thing that I'm very curious about. Can we smelt these at all yet? Yeah, we cannot smelt netherrack yet, which is a shame. So I really want to use nether brick in some of our things, and it would be so convenient to be able to have that. So I'm gonna look that up real quick, actually. Okay. So it looks like it's added in 1.5 is when we can actually smelt them. So, all right. I gotta figure out what I want to do next year. I'm just not 100% certain. Part of me wants to take a bit of a break from this project. I do want to figure out what we do here, but I'm trying to decide, do we just want to start working on our hub? Or, not our hub, but on that project? Or do we want to, do we have something else that we need to do? I'm trying to figure that out. I actually do have one thing quickly that I have in mind we can do, but not anything really that will work for what we need for the rest of this stream. So I don't know. I got a lot to think about here. But I actually have to take a break here in a minute, so maybe we will do that then. Also, have you guys noticed we haven't had any piglins in here? Which is great. I think we have kept them from spawning officially. Which is awesome. Alright, so, I really like how all this looks in here. I actually think it's pretty good looking. Man, I'm just not sure, guys. Like I said, I have one idea for something we can do. I'm just not sure. We definitely could work on the glass down below, getting that done, but I don't know. Yeah. I actually have to run to the bathroom and then whatnot. I'm gonna have to take a break, guys. It might be a little bit longer, just because I have to run the bathroom and then I'll have to say goodbye to my wife. But I think we're gonna do that and we'll try to be back here shortly. It'll probably be about 10 minutes or so. So sorry that it might be a little bit longer, but we'll try to be back in a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and type that in chat too. So yeah, I have to run to the bathroom and take care of a few things. So it might be about 15 minutes. Then we'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. Thanks for your patience. Sorry about the delay there. But I appreciate you guys being patient. What's up, D-Thresh? I see that you had to go, but thanks for popping in. Hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday. Retro Preclock, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you before. I'm not sure if you're still in here. But yeah, Nether water base is something I always wanted to do, but I didn't play Minecraft at that time. That's fair. That's why I'm playing back in old Minecraft. Also, welcome Anthony. Hi, how are we doing? But yeah, so I've given this a little more thought, guys. And I'm still not sure what I want to do. If I'm being completely honest. I am not 100% certain. But I think we are probably going to just go ahead and make the farm at the one where it's exposed. I think that's going to be easiest. And so we might start working on that. So I think what we might start doing is making the tunnel out there. So that we can make travel easier to go back and forth. And yeah. So I think we're probably going to do that. Plus we don't have to reload new chunks and stuff. And all that goodness. So yeah. I think we're going to do that. So I'm going to test some things if I can tomorrow. I don't know yet if I'll be working, but if I'm available, I'm going to test some things tomorrow and see if we can figure out some of these things and test it for Wednesday. So I can be a little more prepared. So sorry I didn't get to do that over the weekend. I did spend a considerable amount of time on the YouTube video. I feel like whenever I take a break is when everyone's popping in today. It's unfortunate. Sometimes it'd be like that though. Sometimes it just be like that. But yeah, I want to do something first before we work on that. But I think this is ready, so do we want to... How is this not fully grown yet? Actually crazy, okay. It's just not. So, it is what it is. Let's go grab a few things from the Nether real quick. But yeah, I'm thinking about it too, and I'm honestly considering just blowing up a tunnel on the way there because of how difficult it will be to, what's the word? Also, I still forgot to grab something. You gotta be kidding. I forgot to grab all the potions I had, and like, we're just having pick issues at this point, like, having diamond picks. Like, we've got a limited amount of diamonds left, if I'm being honest. And on top of that, like, yeah, I don't want to go mining too much till next version. So we're kind of just at a bit of an issue with, like, just durability on the items right now. It's rough, it feels like. So, we're just kind of figuring some of that out and whatnot. And I think we might just need to figure all our potions. So what direction is it that we need to go for the... Let's see. Oh, I believe it's this direction, is it not? No, that doesn't seem right. It is... Maybe that is right. Hold on. No, it's not. It's this way. Yeah, we need to go this way here. Yeah, that should be correct. Yep. Well, just confirm. Yeah, we need to go that direction, and then, yeah. Okay, yeah, actually, okay. That seems right. Alright, let's go. So perfect. It's the way that our portal is facing up, which is quite convenient, actually. Alright, let's do... I want to go to the brick pyramid real quick and just look at doing something real quick before we get too into it. But yeah, I'm highly considering using explosives for all this netherrack, because one, we've got so much that we can't do anything with for several versions, which kind of sucks. Which I kind of wanted to build out our tunnel with, which is kind of annoying. I really wanted to use nether brick. I thought that would be cool. But we might have to figure out something else. So I'm not sure yet about that. So I'm going to have to think through that. But the other thing is, yeah, just, like, we don't have enough diamonds to mine all that out. Plus, it's going to be so much more time consuming. So I think we're just going to mine it. But I don't know. We'll figure out that process as we go. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to look at this again and figure out a couple things and what we might want to do now that we have a little more options on blocks and pallet. Just briefly wanted to look at this and say, okay, you know, how do we want to do this per se? Because I really, yeah, like how some of that looks. I'm not opposed to keeping some of this regular sandstone in here, but, you know, how exactly do we want to do this? And I think doing like a 3x3 like this could be really, really nice. But, yeah. Okay, so we're more... So yeah, the issue is just figuring out something that's going to look good here, you know? Figuring out exactly what's going to be best for this build. That's not necessarily easy. Because this is a bit of a tricky build, if I'm being honest. And I don't even know if this is the best spot to really work on this. I think maybe going to one of the other ones. This might be easier because of how we've got the walkways done, where this one I feel like we've got a little more room here, right? So I really want to keep this open, but I really think it'd be cool if this is looking like a pillar here, right? So I want to figure out, okay, how exactly do we want it to look? I almost feel like it needs to be more like this, right? Almost how this is gonna have to come out to feel best. Um, yeah, like I said, this is just really difficult. It's really difficult to figure out exactly how I want this to look here. And what is going to truly be best in this. I almost feel like, now that I'm looking at it, I've got a good idea actually that could work. Is instead of so I'm not opposed to this being like this. I think that could look good. And maybe even using it here. Not opposed. Now let's sleep real quick. Why do I keep going on? My bad. Alright. Oh. That's what could be best is doing something around this point, maybe. And little sections of pillars around here. Could be what ends up looking best, I think. Potentially. Now, I don't love that the glowstone is there, so I want to try and figure out a potential solution to that. To maybe cover that up, even. Not that I'd mind it showing, I'm fine with it showing. But, I don't know, maybe we can find, you know, a solution to that. But we could maybe do something like this and make pillars for when you first walk in, and then two, like you have the walkways to the different areas. We've got some room in here. What's up, Al Mason? And so yeah, it looks something kind of like this. See, the weird part to me is, like, I almost feel like I need to do something here. You know what I mean? It just feels a little strange to me, you know? But I like the inside, too, at the same time. Like, I want it to show, but I don't want it all to show either. It's if that makes any sense. So, I don't know. It's difficult. I think doing something like this could be nice. I know that's not exactly where the other ones are placed, but it's okay. Oh, what's up, Spidey, Fiery? Welcome back. How you doing? Sorry I didn't see your message. And we could kind of do pillars a little bit like this. And I'm trying to think, do we want, you know, normal sandstone in the middle? Do we even want sandstone at all? I mean, that really doesn't look bad, I'm going to be honest. That actually looks pretty decent. But we could do something a little bit like that, just to give a little more support, you know, to this build and whatnot. And then now we have a nice little walkway here. And even too, we could do this, make this look and feel more appropriate, I think. To maybe how it should. Doing something like this. Like, okay, boom. Like you got this. And just kind of covering that up a little bit. Now we've got this extra space here, which is a little weird. Maybe we should figure that out. You know, I don't know yet. But this is kind of what I'm thinking roughly. Could work in here. I don't know. I think we're going to have to spend some more time on it, and I'm not sure that's going to be too much of a this version thing, especially because, as Bell Mason knows, we get sandstone stairs in the next version. So that's going to be a primary focus. But I'm kind of thinking something like this could look pretty nice in here. And I think I've got a good idea for what I want for the different layers in here. So yeah, I think we will, like these 4 areas. I think I've got a good idea, so we might look at that. Sandstone stairs. Yeah. So yeah. What I don't love is that this really distracts from your view when you get in here, to be fair though. I'm curious. I have an idea here. So this is there, but then now this block is slightly covered. I think we could find a way to get away with this. But I'm considering, what if we, you know, did something like that. And we made a pillar here. And you know, the cool thing is we could even technically use these pillars as ways of getting up and down levels in this pyramid. We could use it as a way, just kind of like I did in the other build we just worked on, right? I think that should be more than enough, hopefully. It might not be. It's not going to be. But it's okay. Bro, we're just short. That's tragic. But yeah, I'm thinking something along this line would look pretty good. Potentially, right? And we could even here. I would like to get some of my sandstone back. Yeah, I don't know how much I love that, to be honest, but it could look better here. Yeah, I think that could work. Something like that could work. Somehow I had more blocks and didn't realize it. Oh, never mind. No, it's because it went here, that's why. But yeah, something like this could potentially look good in here. But again, I don't want to obstruct too much of the view in here too. So we've got to balance some of that, right? We don't want to obstruct too much of the view, but we want to add to the build. So maybe we don't do anything, but structurally too, like obviously this, if it was gonna actually work in real life, it would have pillars. So I kind of like the idea of pillars, but again, I don't want to obstruct the view of the build. So if it's going to do that, we're not going to do that. But yeah, we'll just have to balance some of this out and figure it out. But we will, we'll spend more time on another day in the future, maybe, maybe in another version or something, kind of working on that. But I think for now, we're going to head back. And yeah, there's lots more we can do this build, and I plan on wanting to do to this build. I don't want to change too much, right? Because, you know, it is our 1.0 project, and I want to keep some of that. But now we've got some updated blocks, so updating it is okay. I think finding the balance in that is going to be important. And my pick is pretty much dead, right? So, but you see how much sandstone, I mean, that was almost 2 sacks of sandstone we used just in that. And so you can see how that can quickly get away from us. But yeah. Yep, I'm excited. We'll mess around with that someday for sure. But what the hell? My chickens got loose, I think. Sullying up the whole place. Alright, let's sleep here. And then yeah, I think we're just gonna make our way to that Nether spot. And we'll kind of work on some of those things today. And then we'll continue it. But I think getting a blaze farm next could be nice. It will really solve our fuel issue quite a bit. I mean, we've gotten a lot more. Biggest thing we really need more is diamonds. We are running very, very low on that, as you guys know. So that's kind of what I'm worried about. Now, I'm curious if we did this. It's just not really, it gives us some extra durability, but it doesn't feel super worth it. Now, some of these we didn't spend a ton of XP on, so it's not like the end of the world. But yeah, let's just say I can't wait for an anvil. Now, we've got some decent pickaxes here. So we should probably use them, right? So I think this one's up next. And sword is very low, but we're not using it all that much there. We can get a little more out of that. So I think next is probably working on the blaze farm and getting some more stuff. And then, you know, making the pathways in the hub and all that. So I think we'll take a break here to work on like some farms as we continue with another project. Like I want to make an iron farm. I kind of want to make a gold farm too this version, but we might wait on that. I'm not 100% sure, but we might do that. And then, yeah, I probably need to spend some time just brainstorming a little bit everything we want and kind of figuring that out. But yeah, I think we're good. We're gonna go ahead and kind of make our way to the Nether Fortress and kind of figuring out what the plan is for that. I think is gonna be what's next. So we got food. We're gonna need blocks. I mean, we'll get a lot on our way down there. So yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go. But yeah, I don't know what to do because we really need diamond pickaxes, but at the same time we're just like burning through them so fast and all of it, and it's really a problem. We definitely need to I need to do more mining, but at the same time I don't want to do all of it. You know, I don't want to do too much till next version when we actually get stuff for it, right? So it's kind of a very catch-22 situation we got going. So, what have we... Is this... I don't believe this is the right way. Yeah, it's not. So how did I just make that mistake? It's not the right way, but I don't love that this is immediately exposed. Now, okay, we don't have to do too much to run a wall. I somehow went the wrong way. I don't know how I managed that. Yeah, it was definitely not the right way. Yeah, it's this way. Yep. Yeah, I think we're gonna start prepping our blaze farm, and we'll work on that over the next couple versions, and take a tiny break from our Nether hub, and yeah, just continue working on projects. It's gonna be a very Nether... Great, and we're somehow right below. I really wanted to have... What's up, Anthony? I was really hoping to have, like, more in the Nether roof. Maybe I should have built this even higher. Like, we're literally right below it. Like, another 3 blocks higher and we would have been fine. Tiny bit frustrating. Yo, Balmason, chill. Chill, 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 chill. Oh my goodness. What are you guys doing to me? I thought I was free. Alright, please don't continue spamming. Please. Please. Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit of a bummer that we've run into this here, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We've already done so much for our hub, it's not changing. I probably should have considered this a little bit more before we built so much of the hub, but again, I'm not gonna stress over it, it is what it is. And I'm fine with some of our highways being exposed. I don't think that's the end of the world. Dude, at the end of the day, I mean, we're already so high up as well. Oh my gosh, that's good. I'm really... There's really so much more exposed here than I was expecting. Alright. That would have been a hell shot. I guess the good news is we don't have to mine as much as I thought. The bad news is building this might be a bit of a pain. Like I said, I'm not opposed to it being exposed. I wanted it to be mainly covered. But again, we'll figure all this out. Also, I was thinking more about it too, and I really do think we should do the one that's at 400 just because it's closer, and mining out to 1,000 blocks in every direction. I mean, one, you think about it, if you go 500 blocks, that's 4,000 blocks in the overworld. That covers probably about everywhere we'll need to go for the foreseeable future. And I know not everything is going to be Nether Highway. It's just, it's not. You know what I mean? And I don't think we're going to be going outside of 4,000 blocks in the overworld for quite a while, just because, again, I don't want to spawn too much of my world as we continue to progress through different versions and stuff like that. I'm going to look at it now, actually, out of curiosity, just to see that. But if we go to overworld, like, yeah, I mean, there's so much that just covers. It really does cover so much. I don't see that changing for quite some time. Yeah. I don't really see us going really much outside of 2,000, except for maybe a mushroom biome. Like, that's about it. There's really not a ton to go outside of 2,000 for. Until about 1.7. That's where there might be a worthwhile change. Just because I found, like, in my world, unfortunately, there's not a Badlands anywhere nearby for quite, yeah, like, literally the closest Badlands to us, once Badlands got added in 1.7, is 12,000 blocks away, which is quite tragic, because I love Badlands biomes. Yeah, honestly, quite tragic. So, looked at some of them, and when we upgrade to newer versions, yeah, we actually get some within 4,000. Now, it's very tiny, but when we upgrade to newer versions, we actually get one about 4,000 blocks away. Now that's Java 118. Yeah, so that's gonna not be about till 118, if I'm being honest. Yeah, until then, it's gonna be quite far away. But I think if we don't spawn too much till then, I think we'll be in a okay spot. And then, yeah, kind of terrain generation changes quite a bit for our world and all that. And then we'll have stuff much closer. So yeah, I think we'll probably just do that. We won't have a massive one, but yeah, I think we'll try to kind of stay within that range as much as possible. I don't really think there's a ton of things to probably have to go through outside of that until then. Like, there's a few things obviously that we might want to do, but I think we can generally stay within that range pretty easily. Okay. But I think, okay. When we get out there, we're primarily gonna focus on just getting these, especially because yeah, like I don't want to really rip through my armor, so we're gonna work on getting these covered best that we can. It's not gonna be necessarily easy, but that will definitely most certainly be the goal. Is getting these blades covered. What's up, Mason? Welcome back. It's not going to be the easiest project, I'm not going to lie. I mean, but the hardest part of this project is just going to be getting these blazes covered well. Because they're probably going to spawn lots. But we're definitely going to drink fire res potions for this, most definitely. And we've got decent armor on, so I think we can be okay as long as we try to act, as long as we try to be as smart as we can about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, having to deal with 2 blaze spawners might be difficult, but look at how much like we've already put on our pickaxe. It's so challenging. Okay, the nice thing is most of the rest of this has been in ground here, which is really good. I'm hearing some that we might break out here in a minute. But we are going to have to turn you one direction here in a second. Try to see exactly where this fortress is located. Okay, so it's right at 400, so honestly, I don't even think we need to go the full 500 right now, but we will build it up to 500. But we don't need to do that right now. I'll go a little bit more. I think we are likely, like I said, going to use TNT to do a lot of the dirty work and making this happen. I think so the goal for the rest of the day, and I think we'll work on this more on Wednesday, is just going to be getting these blaze things covered will be the primary goal, I think. Yeah, okay, we're going the right direction here. But yeah, I really wanted to make these highways out of bricks, but just knowing a little bit of what we do right now about the fact that it's going to be really hard to get nether bricks, like really, really hard. We'll almost have to destroy a fortress to get all the nether bricks we would need, and we can't craft them yet. So I'm going to have to really consider what we want to do for our highways here. So could end up being quite the project. I mean, we are going to go through almost our entire pickaxe just doing this. Guys, like, that's kind of where we're at right now. And I'm not going to lie, I did this because I thought it would be safer, because I thought we'd be doing so much. And we needed to go just a little bit higher, didn't we? If we went just a little bit higher, we almost would avoid all. I wish I had thought through that. If I get shot at by a ghast, it is not going to be good for me. whatever we end up using, we definitely need to use something that will not blow up. Otherwise, yes, not very gas proof, right? That wasn't too bad, actually. Honestly, I think it's fine. I think if we'd done any higher, it wouldn't be any exposure. I think you know what? We're just gonna accept it is what it is, and we'll make the most of it, right? That didn't last very long. Like I said, it is what it is, I think. It's like newly generated, because... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, these nether highways are going to pose a little bit of struggle for sure. Almost doesn't feel quite worth it to continue building this out, but we're gonna do it just in case, I think. I don't know, maybe it's not worth it. I'm not sure it is for this spot. So, I mean, we're gonna have to at some point, but like, we'll figure it out. What's up, Warner? How we doing? Oh. Job question mark? So I have an interview on Thursday, for one. You're talking about the interview I had last week. So yeah, I did have an interview. And it went well, and I did get offered the job. So give you guys a little information. I think I told you guys this. Me and my wife are looking at potentially moving to Florida. So first I'll say I did not take the job offer. Even though it was offered to me, but it was offered to me in Florida, which is not necessarily a problem because I have been applying down there, but the job is full commission. It's 2 weeks paid training and then full commission. So not even like a long period of paid training. Like it is pretty much a full commission position. And me and my wife just do not have the savings to move to Florida. And why would you move to Florida? Because we've been talking about it, and we think we would like to move down there. Okay, there's my nether fortress. And part of it is... So there's a couple of reasons, and I'll get into that in a second. Just let me focus up here. And our double blaze spawners. Nice. Okay, we're right there. So yeah, so essentially, I got offered a job, but it was full commission, and we just cannot move to Florida on that. Now, we're technically in our lease until the end of next April for where we currently live. But we, you know, we've just been where we're at. There's just not a ton of opportunities. It's a college town, and outside of the college, there's just not a lot. And in my career field of social media, there's just not a ton of opportunities here. And then also my experience is a little bit of an issue because a lot of the jobs that I'm looking at that pay decent money are jobs that require 2 to 3 years of experience, and I had about a year and a half in my last job, which is like great, of course. And even though I technically have far more social media experience than that because I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, not every job views that as valid experience, unfortunately. So yeah, so me and my wife have been looking at other places. Now, we have family that is in a different state. Both of our families live about an hour apart, which is awesome, very convenient. And we looked at moving down there, but I don't know, we've kind of been feeling moved to maybe move to Florida. And part of it is, I mean, it'll be our 2-year anniversary in August. To have better floors, fair. Um, and we've just had a very difficult 2 years. Now, um, it's just been a lot due to our circumstances. It's not to do with us. Like, I mean, not that we haven't had to work through things. Like, transitioning into marriage is a major transition and can be difficult. And while we're both not perfect, we are both people that really work on a relationship and have tried to better ourselves for each other. But we've had a lot of difficult circumstances in the last 2 years, and it's just been very difficult on us. And we're just feeling like we need some things in our life. Like, we don't have a lot of things that are bringing us joy in our life right now. We have a lot of things that are bringing us stress. And so we feel like we just need a change, you know? And we need some things to do that. And one thing that me and my wife have talked about for a long time is I've really wanted to do YouTube with her, and start a YouTube channel and start doing that with her because I really enjoy what I'm doing with this and I've enjoyed it and I'd love to do that with her. Now, it wouldn't be gaming or anything like that. It would be something else. But essentially, and I think like I will probably continue to game even if we start another channel. But I definitely would love to build something with her. And she's never really been super interested until recently. She's been getting really into travel vlogging and stuff like that. And so, yes, we did do a couple streams of Minecraft, but she's just really got no interest in games, and I don't want to put her in that realm. But she's been getting really into travel vlogging and stuff like that. And I do really like to travel. I'm not quite as adventuresome as her, but I do like going to places and stuff like that. So that's kind of one thing we've agreed that we want to do. And I spent a year in Florida back when I played hockey out of college. There's this thing called junior hockey in the United States, which is like you're kind of doing full-time hockey, and you can do that from like ages 16 to 21. Now, like if you're 16, 17, like you're in high school. But it's kind of like full-time hockey, and you're trying to grow your hockey skills and stuff like that and whatnot. And you can't go to college while doing it. Of course, not everyone does, but you can. But I kind of took a gap year and played junior hockey for a year, and I played it down in Florida, and it was an amazing experience. Now, I have grandparents that live down there, so I've been down there many times. But that was the first time I got to live down there, and I did it for an entire year, and I loved it. And I said, if I'm gonna move anywhere outside of home, back home, because for me being around family is very important. I was like, if I was gonna do anywhere else, Florida would be the one place I'd do it because I loved it. And so we've talked about it, and we just feel like there's a one. I really love the state, and two, like there's just so many things that you can do down there. And a lot of the vloggers that she watches live in Florida, and a big part of that is because what she really wants to do is cruising. That's kind of what she really wants to do a lot of. I can't believe I'm almost out of my pickaxe. Sorry, that distracted me. But yeah, so we've kind of talked about that. Now, cruising can be expensive, and we're definitely going to have to budget, but we talked about it, and it's not the most expensive thing. So what we're thinking about doing is potentially moving down to Florida. We're very, very heavily considering it. Moving down to Florida and starting a channel, and we'll save up for cruises and do them periodically. So maybe every 2-ish months we'll take a cruise, because if you plan them out, you can actually do them for quite an affordable rate, actually. And you can gather up points for them and stuff like that. But there's so many other things we can do in Florida. So we talked about maybe doing, yeah, Florida Man Arc incoming. I also have a lot of content creator friends that live in Florida, by the way. But yeah, there's just so many things that we can do in Florida, and I think there's just a lot of really good opportunities for things to do that down there, and there's just a lot more social media jobs, to be honest, in Florida where we're looking too. So I've started applying, and if we find the right job, we might potentially try to get out of our lease and move now. But I really think we are likely going to be staying through April. I've got a remote job interview on Thursday, and if I can get that job or another job, and we can save up a little bit money again, because we've depleted a decent portion of our savings. So if we can save up and then look to make that move next May, I think that would probably be what we're looking at. But yeah, we've just kind of been praying about it and seeing where we're being directed, where God's directing us, and figuring that out. But yeah, we're very heavily considering moving to Florida, which we're both very excited about that possibility and whatnot. And I still plan on doing gaming stuff when I can, and want to keep up with that. So I'm not planning on dropping this channel. Now my schedule might change a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of potentially what we're looking at. So, I like I said, so that's why I've been applying, and I got offered a job, but it was just not going to be something that we could realistically go down there and move for. It was going to be a full commission job, and like we just don't have the savings to make that move. For a job that's going to be all based on commission. Alright, how am I gonna do this? I think... Why are they taking 2 shots all of a sudden? Is that gonna hit them? Yeah, I do have to be very careful. There's a lot of this that it's about. I think I'm gonna go back, make some more fire resistance potions, grab some more of the stuff, but we're gonna use this netherrack to basically cover up the spawning platforms, and we're gonna try to use the rest of the stream today to do that. But yeah, Florida Man Arc incoming for sure. Man, we're now running out of time. I was like, oh, we got plenty of time. Yeah, we're gonna have to be quick. Honestly, I think I've got enough potions here. I think we're just gonna go for it, and then if we need to run back, we can just do that. Now I need to make a bridge. Or I need to get a way to get up and down here a little easier. Okay, that spawner is active, so let's go ahead and start closing as much of this off as we can. I'm surprised it has not spawned already. Yep. But we're gonna do our best that we can to stay out of the realm of the other spawner while we work on this, and then we need to do a 4x4 outside, and you've got to do the 3 blocks. So 1 layer above, 1 layer below. And I'm technically in range of the other one. I'm actually surprised that it's not spawning more. Oh, where is that? Oh. And in a second here, I'm going to take a fire resistance potion just to prevent me from taking fire damage here. This will prevent me here from taking damage from their fireballs, which is great. And in case I need another one, I can do that. I hear another guy, but I don't know where he is. Ah, there he is. Bro, are you kidding me? Hopefully we can save a lot of our armor in doing this as well. See, now we've got the guy that's spawned over there. We can kind of ignore them as long as we've got this fire resistance. The only thing that we, that it won't ignore is their melee range. So we've just got to be aware of that. But as long as they're only shooting fireballs at us, we'll be more than fine. I need to do one more. I hate that they get shot back so far, it's really annoying. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So do that. Now we are starting to spawn some over there, but not too many. So I think what we'll do to mark this, I would want to use glass, but I'll just do that for now. So that should be, we do need to go a whole nother layer here. I just realized that. Yep, because it'll spawn right there, exactly. See, I mean, we are pretty much able to just completely ignore them, and because I have fire resistance, I don't believe they're able to farm my armor either. Hopefully that is the case. I mean, I'm getting shot with a lot of fireballs here, but other than that, we're pretty okay, it seems like. Seems to be working well. Starting to spawn quite a few over there. An issue. I might see if we can't go run and despawn some of these guys, actually. Oh, great. Great. Okay, we need to back off. Bro, are you kidding me? All three landed in that one block? Oh my gosh, that's so unlucky. Okay, so... yeah, that guy didn't last long. Okay, yeah, I don't think they're damaging my armor. I think what we can do, though, is let's run off, try to see if we can't despawn these guys. And then we'll run back. Okay, I feel like that should probably be enough. Hopefully those guys have despawned, but because they're place spawner guys, I do not know if they will. I believe they should still. But honestly, this is going better than I thought. I've already used a lot more of my potion than I had expected, but that's not... I mean, that's what they're there for, so... It's honestly gone relatively smoothly, I would say, comparatively. Yeah, see, they're all despawned now, which is great. So now we can hop on here. I believe no more should be able to spawn from this one. Let's get out of the range of that one and make sure that that is in fact the case. If I stay in here, will any more guys spawn? I believe a full encasing around the whole thing has been completed. So if there's even a single space available, they would spawn. Okay. We have not been getting anything, so that is great news. So let's go ahead and start working on this one. We have 17 seconds though. Hold on. We need to drink another potion. And of course we spawn like 3 guys. Let me run off here, see if we can't could be more of this fortress to go down. Maybe not. This doesn't look like the biggest fortress. Okay, yep. Let's this as we can. This is really going to, yeah, just solve a lot here. As you guys can see. Like, they're all around me, but they're not getting in melee range if they can avoid it. And yeah, my armor's not taking any more damage. That's great. Now there is getting to be a few more guys than I would like. Bro, how are you? I think what we'll do is we'll probably run off again, trying to despawn these guys in just a minute. And yeah, probably be the way to go. As we've already decreased their spawning by quite a bit. But obviously not completely here. Ow. Alright, yeah, we're gonna... Okay, that was not the smartest, but alright. 2 potions for making that so much easier. Believe we can finish the rest while doing that. Okay, yeah, we should definitely be able to, should have despawned them at this point. Oh my. Bro, literally my stairwell. My stairwell. How rude. Oh, we don't have arrows. So we got 13 arrows, so we don't really have a ton to play around with. Oh my gosh, I almost overshot that. So this is over lava, by the way. Not optimal. In the slightest. Yeah, that's not great. Not even gonna lie about that. Also, we still need to come another few blocks off this. Don't know why he spawned down there. Definitely should not have been able to. Not really sure why that guy did just then. A little odd. And bye-bye forever. not gonna lie, this part has me a tiny bit concerned. Yeah, we need to still go another blocks off of this. Go and jet. Okay, it's fine. Enjoy a nice lava bath. And we got a little bit more of our potion. Okay, if I look at this, 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. Okay. But then what we can do is we can have our thing come out, and then what we can do is we can have a tunnel. Brings us right into the entrance here, and we can use this as our main way of... Yeah. We're gonna have to do a lot of building around here to make sure that we're avoidant of anything that could possibly be lethal, but like gas shooting at us and stuff like that. But yeah, this is literally 400 here, so we could have something that takes us down here. We build something. We can make one that looks pretty natural looking. It goes to here. We can do that, and yeah. So these fortresses have spawned really weirdly. I was thinking of using like this room as like a control center, but I don't know. We'll figure this out, but we'll use like the natural lay of the land to do what we want with some of this. But yeah, both blaze spawners are now officially covered, so that was honestly way easier than I thought it was going to be. Way easier. So I think we can, yeah, spend some time figuring this out next session and kind of going from there. I think we can use this, but I would want to cover this up and whatnot. So I don't know. We'll figure out exactly what we want to do here and whatnot. And yeah, we'll work on this area. But I'm curious too. I want to see how much. Like, I really want to use nether bricks. But here's the thing: is like there's just like, do I take, you know, from this base to do it? And if so, like where? And this is honestly a pretty small fortress comparatively. And I don't necessarily want to take near here because then I'll just get rid of spawning. Like, they'll still spawn stuff, but I won't be able to see where. It's like, do we go somewhere else? But this one's way more underground than I had expected here. So, view this real quick. Yeah, we could take from some of these parts, right? But yeah, there's a lot to try and figure out here, and where I'm gonna get all the nether brick for the build. Like I said, this is not a very large fortress by any means. And then the last fortress place farm I made, I just took from, you know, the place farm as I said. Kind of looked to do. What is this area? I don't even know what this connects to. That's the crazy part. So what does this even connect to? Sounds good. I'm about to end the stream for the day anyway, Bell Mason, so. See ya. Okay, honestly, what we could do is we could take from a lot of these, like, pillars down here. Oh, okay, I came by this earlier. I just didn't see. Yeah. But honestly, one of the best places to take the nether brick from is just the pillars. Nothing will spawn there anyway. It'll look funky, but I'm not gonna look down here anyway. If I really want the nether brick, that might be the way to go. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll work on the farm, but I definitely need to work on a way of completely enclosing myself in here and making this just a much easier proposition than it is currently. But, I don't know if that needs to be first or not, but definitely needs to be a high priority. Most certainly. So, we'll make some more fire resistance potions for next time and come back to this project. But yeah, I think we can find a way to enclose some of this that's going to be really important and whatnot. So I think we'll work on a lot of that too. But yeah, I don't love how much this is over lava either. So we're going to take a look at that maybe first, then start setting up the farms. But I just don't want it to be like, oh, I accidentally fall in lava or whatnot. I mean, it's not like I don't have fire resistance, but you know. We'll figure all that out though. Well, my gear's still in really good shape, which is good. I hate that helmets go so much quicker than anything else, but I don't love how dangerous some of this is, gosh. Yeah, initially I would only plan to do the water highways about 100 blocks, but I think realistically we might look at doing a longer distance, even though it's going to be a lot more work. We might need to do that realistically, but we'll figure it all out. I'm a little worried about TNTing some of these spots out because they could expose too much of certain things, but we also have certain parts like this where I'm not going to have to mine anything. It's going to be more placing blocks. So I think we gotta figure out what blocks we're using though. I would really love to use nether brick, but then there's also like so much nether brick that would be very difficult to replace. So, very difficult to gather. So we've got a lot to figure out here, guys. Not going to lie to you, but that's okay. That's part of the fun, right? Just building really cool things like this and projects that will stay in our world for forever and that we'll enjoy and whatnot. So, but yeah, I would love to stay in chat. We do need to figure out what we're doing for this. I do think it would be cool if we had a railway system. I'm a little nervous about doing that underneath of the water tunnels though, so I'm trying to figure out, do we want the rail system on top here or the water system? You know what I'm saying? So I've got a lot to kind of ponder here and figure out before we progress too far. So yeah, lots to think about. So I'll definitely be thinking about that and kind of going from here. I think in some ways doing the rail system down here would be best. And there's still a lot of blocks over here, plus we can do that later. But yeah, there's lots to kind of figure out. And the rail system can, like I said, be done later. And just with the options, we can build like little stations here and stuff like this. This like could be a docking station, which is kind of cool. But yeah, lots to figure out, guys, as you know. And I think that could actually work really well because we could use underneath the highways, we could use stone to support the water. And then bricks around it. Because I would really love to do some nether bricks in this. But yeah. That's going to be it for me today, guys. I'm glad we got that done. I know it's been a little bit like chaotic recently and I haven't got as much done because I'm just kind of really indecisive. So part of it is I'm spending a lot of time working on my videos, so I'm not having as much time to think about what I want to do with some of these things. But there's also a lot. We're getting to a point, too, where as we progress through versions, it's a little more difficult figuring out what we want to do for each one. Because there's so many very important things that come into play, like chunk reloading and stuff like that we're going to have to figure out that could be really difficult to deal with. So I'm just, having to ponder all those things, and that's not always the easiest, you know what I mean? So, and figuring out, and obviously, want to avoid irreversible things to our, like, we have to make decisions that might be irreversible in our world, right? And, like, those can be hard decisions to make. So, but yeah, we'll kind of figure it out. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't see that village there in that world, so I'm a little worried about that. So we're gonna have to figure that out and process that. But yeah, we will figure it out, and we'll go from here and whatnot, and all that. So I might try to see if in 1.3 that village spawns, because if it does, then we'll just wait till next version to spawn it. And then I do want to try to get a jungle while we're in this version, but if we need to go out to a 4-out one and then literally just reload the chunks later, like we can do that. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with how this project's coming. But I'm needing a little bit of a break, so I think the blaze farm is a good break. While still kind of in some ways working on it. But I want to do that. I basically have the Nether highways now to work on, the laboratory, and then the the aquarium portion of this build to work on. So all that is gonna be kind of what we've got going on in the future. So yeah, all right. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you all again. I should be streaming on Wednesday, but if you're in the Discord, just pay attention to that. I'll let you guys know for sure, but I think probably will be streaming on Wednesday, but I'll keep you posted. I am, like I said, grinding out finishing that video, so it's not a guarantee, but since I have to work that day anyway, yeah, I just think it's probably not going to make a difference. So we probably will stream. I'm going to have next Friday off because it's July 4th anyway. So I think we'll probably just grind it out until then and take July 4th off, obviously. And then, yeah, we'll just go from there. And then I'll, have a long weekend and whatnot, and we'll get back to it from there. But, all right. Bye, guys. That's it from me. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys. Bellistic out. See you all on Wednesday, most likely.